too.
Yeah, Chad, you've shaved him before. Probably the same time Frankie did last as well, actually, in Brazil in 2018.
Oh, there's a bit of a jungle down there.
Dude, I'm hyped. Okay, so a bit of a heroic fanboy. Love the Counter-Strike they laid down. EG as well, excited. The desk have really equipped you with all the info you need to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
Obo at the front of the pack. Good to see them, the young prodigy. He had a good high-fragging game in his first bout here at IEM Summer. This is upper bracket territory. Let's see if EG can stay there. And Cadian has taken Breeze straight out of the running of a strong start here on the pistol.
Yeah, it just sounded like from the desk segment that Heroic have everything going for them and EG nothing. I think we were all surprised with their victory yesterday. Saw some great stuff out of the two and newer boys, but all in all, this is an uphill battle, and so is this mid to B split. Down a man, refresh Tessus.
Ahead of the smoke, and Tessus cleared. Nice from Obo. A lot of work on Stown. Can't do a thing. Will they clear refresh?
Oh, they will.
Spotted, and easy as that. This is looking real neat and tidy. Can't deny the default plant. Nice, a little extra wide from Stan. And that nade couldn't have done more damage. Maybe even partnered with that Glock bullet. Cadian, oh, what a lovely drive-by shot. Could have even converted on the way down to Cirque, but he'll keep the Cadian, CZ and Kev.
Yeah, not a bad call here. If you're unfamiliar with the CZ75, when it was nerfed, not only did they nerf the gun itself, but the kill reward, right? So it's only $100 per frag with that, and it's probably better to hold on to that with the armor. So all in all, a great round and a great start from EG.
Simple as that. Wrapping through, exploiting that long side. It all started with a heroic frag. This was Obo's clear. Very important. First bullet out of that clock on the swing.
And I just really think if EG can keep it a faster, momentum-based style of Counter-Strike, like what we were discussing yesterday, that is where I think Stan does some of his better in-game leading, right? Because I think he's a very good in-game leader when it comes to the pace of the game. So I'd love to see how that manifests here today. But as we take a look at round 2 in the buys, of course, Heroic are going to be going in for a bit of a force. There's a Famous in the hands of Stown. On the other side of things, we've got 5 rifles. Galils and AK-47s aplenty. So EG, a heavy investment into this. No real fact-finding missions with SMGs. 4 players towards top of B early here. Cadian's in the back lines.
Ooh, Cirque down to 18 off those. Double HEs. An immediate double rotates. Shush and Tessus return to the A site as we start to see that smoke at the top of middle fade. That bought time. They are back in position, so no complaints so far from Heroic and their setup. They are about to feel the brunt of this. A boost would be inspired. Cancelled. Very loud upon the entrance to that boost. Obo wants to go through this.
Oh, they're hanging around behind the smoke here. Might be the right call. Tess is going to get a little bit of a line as this fades.
Spots him. Shush cleared. Tessa supports him nicely, and now an AK falls into his hands. More contact, more frag. Shush needs another. He's getting swung on. Flash ain't bad. Breeze is blind. Swings out for a wild spray, and it is going to be enough time for Refresh to at least have a go. Calls them exiting middle, but here they come back, and Cirque's the first. Damage into Breeze, 4 HP. And both of them the B players, so they'll be coming up mid fast. They've yet to plant. Breeze now focusing on that. Cadian's got 17 bullets on the scavenged Galil. And this force still threatening. They won't have a kit. They don't have a kit. Standard crossfire to break. And the flash could be the way in. It's very really powerful. On to Stown. Second flash. Breeze not cleared. Stan does get the first on his hidey hole. And even a second as well. Nice from EG. It's close. 24 points of health between the two of them, but they do deal with Heroic's force. Okay, well, that's a essential round right there to set EG up with an early lead here. This should be the conversion into the third before we get into the rifle rounds. And yeah, good from Shush to delay here. Obviously under so much pressure. Refresh, grabbing one and done, but once the site's given up, we know how difficult these retakes can be. Hard to have that head at 180 degrees, and there's a smile from Stan. Good to see. Shush has a flashbang going into this one, and all 5 members of Heroic over towards the top of middle. Spreading their forces. EG into the default. Obo banana control with Mihu. Cirque dealing with the top of mid. Breeze on the balcony spamming away, and Stan, well, he's over in the garden just dealing with any of those apartment potential pushes. You can see the plan. Russia's showed you the plan. Shush to flash upon contact. Mihu and the rest of the cronies are gathering here. So these USPs, oh, and missed Molly. The stars align for Heroic. They could actually get some damage out of these USPs here. He's cancelled the flashbang at the most opportune moment. All those players now coming towards down. Contacts found. Flash is good. Only the one frag found off the back of it, though, and it does just peter out into that 3-0. EG converting the pistol and then some.
All right, clean up aisle mid. That one was nice and easy. Now let's wait and see what Heroic have in store. Immediately into the AWP is Cadian. M4 is being purchased by the rest. And we have seen Stown go for the double AWP setup in the past on certain maps. He does have enough money right now to go for Kevlar with the big green, but he's opting for that M4, A4. Diffuse kits are there. Utility looking pretty decent. We've got 4 mollies, or incendiaries as they were. What's EG's pacing going to look like? When Ethan used to be in this team, banana control was great. Breezes filling that void at 1 HP. Okay.
Oh, he's lost Tessus, the burn, the team kill. It's all going down here. Refresh is solo as well. He's lost his teammates down. They could punish here. I don't know if Obo and Cirque are brave enough. The bomb actually on stand near apps. So I will bite my tongue.
Shush up here within the window room. He might be able to catch these players falling on back and stands just below him.
Oh! Bomb! Fragged. Incendiary right onto Obo's toes. He still stands in it. Saving the round, perhaps, because he's got the bomb. It's no longer under Heroic control, and Cadian's taking a glance mid. Cirque's going to be there. Not a shot Cadian plans to miss.
Obo wants this kill too, immediately filling the feed into the short push. Oh, he's got a chance at this, you know, they're both low.
Yeah, he can hold it. Nade's not bad. Not good either. Doesn't catch Obo. Smoke, perfect place. Both of them heading towards that smoke, and he's chosen to cross Vespa. Cautious about short, but they're crawling through this contact. Hello! Oh, Obo! 4 in total, but a lovely finish. 2 backs of their heads, the positioning premium, and EG make it 4-0.
Wow, the fact that he even knew he had a gap there and still risked the cross. Obo, styling on him there. What a play that was. This is the mayhem in banana, the mollies, the... Well, Breeze just evaporating. And this couldn't be more perfect. The fact that he's made that cross, they pushed the smoke. Obo, he's done him there. And back towards the pistols are Heroic.
Here we go. I mean, we saw Fnatic's 9-0 start. Maybe we're going to be getting some more of that action. NIP showed that it's not doom and gloom all the time.
Yeah, just having a chat with Kassad in the green room before. Obviously, Extremum were just over there in North America for their RMR event with CS Summit. He was talking about how difficult it was to find practice, right? We know that the region is hemorrhaging in terms of teams, and then the teams you have to play are the ones that are going to be in the tournament that you're going to play in the very next day. So for EG, it's great to see them pulling out some competitive CS. I know it's very early stages here, but it's hard to really sharpen that blade if there's nobody good to compete against, right? How do you know if it's good? How do you know if it's bad? It's all really just coming down to that theory side of things.
It does feel like, NA has regressed to that same problem they were having. I remember that was a complaint in 2015.
Yeah, and it's one that, look, it plagues a lot of the smaller regions. It's just a shame that North America has now found themselves back in that boat, but hopefully it breeds a little bit of hunger.
Ooh, very cool, Khan. I mean, the fact that you are the only man holding that site, you've jiggled, been spotted, have a smoke in your hand, and still wait until they pull the pins. That's great play from Cadian. If they go through it, oh, they are. He has a chance here, a great headshot, a second down to half, but the site is lost. Only Deagles and a couple of flashbangs. In fact, just the one. They'd love to set Tessus up for a push through. You can see Mihu hesitantly anti-flash. He doesn't want to be caught out on this 4-man push through a smoke. And the elevated position enough. The CT smoke drop just to threaten. But EG still an absolutely stunning start. Let's see the kills from Heroic. They are few and far between. Nice find from Tessus, too, in fact. He hasn't ready for Obo. The spray can find him as well. Tessus is doing it all. And now Stan is his next victim. That is ridiculous. Oh, Heroic. Tessus does the impossible.
No!
I didn't think that was a full 10-seconder. Tessus, can I see that again, please?
The flash? That was the flash.
Oh, just when everyone...
Oh, my Lord.
I think even EG thought it was over.
That should have been over. Insane.
Tessus, you freak.
Absolute monster.
Damn, he genuinely was too far away to even defuse, so Refresh had to be present just to get his body on it after Tessus popped off.
What a round that was. All right, now we're getting underway. Heroic. They're on the board. Nade damage. Tessus picking up where he left off.
Oh, dear.
Walking wounded. Breeze down to 3. Mihu down to 36. Yikes.
Well, this one's a write-off.
All right, go through the mid-smoke. Adea, Shush's waiting. Safe pair of hands right here. Drops the molly. The pressure's there. He drops back the quick arch traps coming through.
This is a big call from Stan.
Here's Tessus again.
Look how fast he is. Trying to beat them to the punch. Instead, he's been met by Refresh and now completely held at bay. And Tessus just pushing through off the back of the flash. They're hiding in the smoke. One start of the spray. The lawnmower will cut them all down. Here we go. 2 out of the 3. Now just Breezy. All right, Heroic. Quite the stylish way to find their first 2 rounds of play.
Yeah, and look at that. It's broken the money of EG
Just like that.
very quickly. Okay. Well, let's hope that that's not the end of what was EG's great start. Complexity.
Yo, something's in the water in Maiden and
What's
his
he on right now?
bedroom. 20 and 5.
Jeez.
He had an incredible record-setting Ancient game. Now, straight back in with another 20 frag T-half. That's impressive. Keep your eyes on Maiden, rising star. Cadian already plucks 1 straight out of the round. Obo, only the pistols. Heroic in position to get a clean one here, and they certainly wouldn't be complaining.
Interesting to see Complexity struggling so much. I think you just saw Yanko make a bit of a tweet about Fnatic saying, you know, this might be one of the last times that you should see that Fnatic 5-man roster together. I think conversations need to start happening around Complexity as well. Obviously, they had the roster woes in the start of the year. We were letting them off the hook. Poison, JKS just coming in. You know, they had Native Sapphics, they had Yugi, right? There was all those issues. But for Complexity now, when you consider Complexity at this time last year, they were beating Vitality in that Blast Grand Final, right?
Yeah.
And it was a completely different picture. That's when Obo, the man in the server here for EG, was popping off in a big way. So it's, yeah, definitely a discussion. And one that I'm sure, you know, Jason Lake, he's assembled that team for greatness. I don't know where the problems lie.
Heroic again, the engine started on, they Chad.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Look, you have to agree with the desk when they're talking about the individuals for Heroic pound for pound, comparing that to EG, just the style of play. They've been playing at this highest level in Europe non-stop. So reactionary, they're going to have a deeper playbook. They're going to have a much... Just, I think right now, I don't know if there's too many people who would argue this fact, Heroic are the most reactionary team in all of Counter-Strike, and they do it with so much faith. When Cadian makes a mid-round call, they just get straight on it. That's that deep mid-round smoke. We've been highlighting that for some time. G2 are the ones who brought that into fashion. It allows these, I was going to say, ability for deeper nades.
Just a product of Cirque's spray. You can see he's got his new shades on, seeing in 4K now.
Going to be interesting to see how Heroic want to recover this, being a man down so early. This AWP of Cadian being escorted out by Stown now will garner some banana control, but there's no commitment from EG across the map. Stand flash. Cadian blind, the jump back. Well, they are clearing it out systematically, so molly towards logs, and
that's it. That's the cue for Stown to leave.
This just looks like posturing right now from EG. It doesn't look like a commitment. The lurk smoke lands. Top mid control hasn't been taken. A lot of pressure on Cadian over towards B.
He loves a bit of pressure, does Cadian. Peek and fall back. Confirms there's an aggression, but more interested in survival at this point, and actually pulling his smoke out at 30 ain't too bad.
Yeah, well handled, really. But it is a 2-2 split right now in EG. Back and forth they go. Looking like it will be the A finish. Both defenders tucked in towards the A site. Tessus joined by Refresh, and no real util. It's going to come down to the shots.
Who's quicker? Tessus and Refresh. Defense ready. Oh, and Refresh right into the first. Only the one to show for it. Tessus needs a multi and always seems to find it. Stown's going to struggle to knock him off that bomb plant. Obos gets it down in the nick of time. Cadian and Stown. And the smoke fades. There's not another to replace it. Kits are plenty. Certainly either on the floor or on their backs.
Halfway
fight onto Breeze. It's Cadian's fight, right? Stown's the one that has to clear the site. Cadian just stares at this peek from Breeze. Oh, and Breeze bests him. Doesn't even pull the trigger on the AWP. Nice reaction from Stown. Running out of time, though. He'd need a very quick headshot. Breeze plays it safe, and the spray is there. No time. Should be able to get away with his life, but that's going to be EG making it another 5th on the board and breaking Heroic's 3-round start.
Yeah, nice little bounce back there. Came with the opening, obviously, from Cirque. Felt like a lifetime ago. EG, they play that to perfection, right? This is kind of what you want to do is you slink around the map in the default, you feign control. And the idea is to force out that utility, make sure when the CTs are late round, you're able to run in without having to be through a smoke, without having to be through a Molotov. And that's exactly what happened there. So even though Tessus and Refresh were able to get those kills, it's a 4-on-2. They traded efficiently, and these post plants are never easy for the CTs.
Very quick. Obo is using that Mag-10 to clear corners with reckless abandon. He's all right. He's all right. He's not great. Nades have landed on both him and his teammates.
Oh, okay. Cadian with another nade deep on down. A little bit of chip damage there. Nothing to really report. And the fact that he's just staunching on him, standing this far forward with
with 2 teammates actually going to be escorted down.
Okay.
Cadian's holding that side. Refresh only has to focus second mid, and as they peek, Refresh is in a real awkward spot. Stan's hunting, and he's actually jumped into the fight. An important find from Stan. Forces the shot out of the AWP. He's managed to get a lot of space on A with that. The fact he's deployed his long smoke, there's a lot of uncertainty. Incendiary, nade, nice info for Stan. He knows there's one pit, he knows there's one arch side, and he's told his team to gather B. Stan and Tessus, new setup. Is that a boost? It is. Save from a lot of flashes there, and immediate. You can see the util.
Gap and a half.
Caught Cadian. That doesn't stop them though, does it? They're still going towards B.
Bomb's heading back.
No, they're not. It's not the safe call. They'll play the percentages here. They know there's only maximum 1, and last seen he was throwing nades at pit. And that's where Stan's headed. Spotted. Oh, an Obo, quick one. Nice from Shush to actually get something out of that. How is he supposed to live? 8 more bullets, and yeah, just run straight out of the smoke into Stan's loving embrace.
Save call.
Okay, EG making a T-side out of this. I was concerned that Heroic would start to just get a little untouchable, but this is important. We got ourselves another.
Look, I know that I'm really rolling the clock back here, and this is going back to my professional career, but playing against Stan in the North American region, he was one of the most frustrating players on the lurk, right? Yeah. Because he would always find that jarring timing, right? When they're hitting the other side, he then limps out as you're running away to support your teammates. And it was very frustrating to play against, especially from the team's in-game leader, right? Because he's putting so much faith in the rest of his team. Now here, he's used more initiative on the lurk. He's been an aggressive lurk. By getting that kill, he's facilitated the rotation back, and right there, round winning. That is round winning what Stan has just done there. So that's huge. And the reason I bring this up is because the fact that I'm saying it's frustrating, that's exactly what he's just done here to Cadian. Cadian's sitting there focusing, not expecting a nutmeg on a smoke in that kind of environment, gets a huge kill, the pressure's applied, it's turned up to a different level, and it's great to see some vintage Stan coming out, right? He's definitely putting himself in these lurky boy T-side positions. He's over towards second mid, dealing with all those kind of issues, and it's looking good. Over there on the B stream.
Did they just win this force buy? It looks like they did. They had only, they were up against AKs and Galils, so Complexity, they won the pistol and have lost to the Armored Deegs. Yeah, you get to see the recap as well. Damn, that's a harrowing one for Complexity. And this is FPX's pick, but keep track of that if you're interested. You can head over to the B stream. That's ESL_CSGO B over on Twitch TV. Didn't call him Juzzy. Well, now I did.
Yeah, I think the things is going to start getting a little bit grim over in that camp, right? It's all good and well, but like you need to start getting some W's. And I think that we have so many teams in flux right now. It's just Counter-Strike is very competitive. I don't know if teams want to continue to weather the online storm or if they want to change things now that we're getting closer and closer to hopefully a return to LAN. That major's not that far away. But the guns are back out here, and quiet ascent up in towards the boiler room. Refresh already boosted on top of the porch. It's a 3-man B lane, 2 to lock down top mid. This is not going to be easy for Refresh. Oh, what?
That's an opening, and that's more. B site being knocked upon. Breeze cleared by Shush, but that's not going to stop the bomb unless, yeah, it was all onto Tesses. Bomb on the back of Mihu. Stan does get caught on his lurk early, which does enable a 2v2 to be established with at least a little bit of room to wiggle.
The chat's being had right now, and the fact that they have all this utility, they could go for a quasi-banana execute. They just need to deal with Mihu here towards the top banana. If they can force him back, we can see a smoke CT, maybe a smoke Coffins. The Molly now applying pressure. That util's being lined on up.
That's Coffins, right? We're going to go for that. Refresh with his second. He's burnt down to half a second, replaces
Molly.
it. Not going to stop the setup. Cirque completely nullified by the smoke. He's not. What's he supposed to do with an AWP?
Through the Molly?
You don't have time for this,
Get
fellas.
On out of
you
there.
don't have time.
Okay, well, they get the big green back for Cadian here, but that's 7 for EG. This is looking better and better.
Bang. Okay. So EG, upper bracket and against Heroic. Beating Team Spirit, 16-9. And it's understandably dismissed as an underperforming star AWPer on Team Spirit. Dexter has a performance we've never, unlike anything we've seen from him, 1-2 frags or something.
That was it, 2 kills in the first half.
Yeah, and now we are getting to see exactly. This is the true litmus test, right? We don't know. We don't know what EG are capable of. We do know what Heroic have been up to in the last 6 months. So let's keep this EG rolling. Let's see how far and how brutal of a T side they can make this look. Double orbs are out. We consider that a panic button of sorts, and we are going to be seeing once again a glance towards that banana. Peaks down, misses his opportunity just as the smoke bloomed.
They're going quick on A here.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Refresh is rotating in. Cadian set up in the double app setup. One, need escape, can't. Shush with a dink exchange, Breeze his weapon just a little better. Cirque burning 36 before he fades the flames. Now Cadian peeking into him, he can finish it with the flames.
Yikes.
So many nades. He does tuck out in time. Cirque unsure as to Cadian's location. He'll have to piece it together. Hops gracefully back into safety, and it does seem like that's enough, at least to slow it down. The loss of Oboe, the dink onto Breeze. Appropriately, the wind has been taken from their sails.
This is so brave by Stown now.
Expecting a guaranteed flash before they walk in.
If they just creep in, he's dead.
No, he's got a tiny slither look.
Oof.
Oh, blind. Fall off. He's getting chased. Rounds the corner in time.
Oh, what?
Who was that? Knife out. Stanislaw is a madman. Look, he's mantled. Just as the flames are there, he's being run down, burnt down to a crisp. Now Stan is up to a same fate. Cirque 9, Breeze 3. Refresh could end it all. He's in the blind spot of Cirque's AWP, and that's on first. That's the second. Tries for the ambitious third. But now we're all on to Stan. The knife out warrior. Just taking space, and it's Refresh that takes the final name.
Oof, keeping it competitive here, EG. The pressure that they're able to apply, right? And I was just talking about Stan and the lurks. Well, now he's completely changed a gear. That was aggressive. That was entry fragging material right there. All that space open up. Bomb goes down. Another buy coming on through for EG. They're looking hot to trot right here in Heroic. I don't think they were expecting to be under the pump this much.
No way. So comical as well when you saw it from Stan's POV. This was great from Refresh. Sneaking out of that smoke. And makes it 3 after all.
I do love a good wide swing, though. You know, these jiggles, I get it. I love it. You know, it's showing just how far and refined the game has become. But, boy, a nice wide swing every now and again doesn't go astray, does it?
Yeah, I definitely feel the difference when I'm playing against the jiggly lobby. Hang on. The Refresh is on it. Aggressive peak, but Oboe very quick to the draw. He was ready for the aggression. Now a weapon has fallen into enemy hands. Stan doesn't need it. All this Danish aggression is being corralled and dealt with. Good response, huge response. Cadian continues to line them up. 2 in that mid-fight, no smoke to be seen. Now they can drop their own. Ugh. Nice find, Mihu through the flames with 2 of his own. Looking to come up clutch, he's piecing it together. He knows there's a bit of a gap here. Those 2 frags in same amount of seconds has enabled Mihu to now maneuver up mid. If he can round the corner before this flank from Stown, he is essentially anywhere. Stown has to piece this one together in his own. Does Mihu go B? Stown's completely evacuated. He is typically the B player.
There's one really big problem right now for Stown, and it's the fact that he's not committed to either bomb site. If the plant goes down...
He's miles away.
Well, now that he's making it closer to B, at least there'll be an audible sound cue for him. But if he stayed in limbo of T stairs and the bomb got planted, he would have to identify which site. We can clearly see it's going to be A. And Mihu has no idea where Stown's playing whatsoever. An open plant. Not bad if he wants to play over back towards the library, but you can see he has no idea where Stown is. He's still tucking in towards the site, having to be very diligent on all of these clears. We'll get a footstep very soon, or a Stown cut noise in time.
He's clearing it. Stown is ready for it. Perfect timing on the walk. Mihu did not get the cue. And that was the question I was about to ask you, if Stown wasn't about to make contact, which is, you know, how do you know? It's just intuition. When you cut noise, because he could have spent that whole time charging up mid. He'd still run out of time.
Yeah. If it was a default plant there from Mihu, he would have been closer mid by about, you know what, a second and a half maybe, and he may have caught those footsteps then. But this here looked great, right? They put them in this blender of middle. There were 6 bodies thrown across that mid corridor. There's so much death just there from both teams. And then Mihu, right, we saw his aim yesterday. He was looking phenomenal. Given an opportunity to convert, he almost did. That would have been a massive clutch. But now EG are just back down to pistols.
Could have been the 1v3. Real valiant attempt, but here we go. Armored pistols, conservative buy from EG. Shush got a lot of information there, and you can see the pivot. Refresh just immediately drops his flames. Does not want them to access for free. Would rather get set up and buy time for Tessus. Oh, they use that molly. They use it for a quick pop towards the arches. Tessus drops his. They go through it again. Mihu taking serious liberties. And Breeze has put one down. Cadian is the one to make things right again. Here comes more. The sound cue, one by one. They knock on the door. Finally, they best the AWP. It's in play. It's Stan alone against 3. Stan, the hero of the previous. Jiggling with his utility out. Frustrating for Stan to see that.
Gap in that.
Huge gap. And spots them both. There you have a 6. Heroic. Firmly put into the driving seat. Cadian with 4 as well. Like, that's good housekeeping. When of all the rounds where you don't expect your AWP to have to get 4, it's on the Tech-9's rushing arch. So well played to Cadian for that.
Yeah, it did well. I think Breeze has shot with the Tech-9. I think we're starting to see it used, obviously, in those close corridors more and more. And look, maybe a little bit of an overspend from some of the EG players here. Galil's, well, one of which in place for Stan. We've got AKs for the rest, but light util. Cirque with a flash, Obo with only a flash. Going to be a rough round to make things operate here unless they want to go quicker, and Stanley going to charge up Banana could be very telling. Is there a pop flash through?
It's down, straight through.
Oh, what?
They're boosting on each other's heads. Can't do much. Their health just got rotted by the nades, though. Poor Mihu.
What an interesting push, though. I don't think he was expected to see so many players behind that smoke. At least it's good info to work with, but the A defenders for Heroic are still very passive. They can't capitalize off the back of that. And right now there is a huge gap. Refresh and Tessus are playing a bit of a timing game here. If there was a fast play up middle, CT spawn could be a problem. We can see no dramas right now, and Cadian has already accounted for that.
Yeah, you're right. That is a very apparent gap that they are happy to forego. And these are the moments in the mid-round where Inferno can feel like a very tight space.
Oh, that molly's going to clear out trash side. So that's going to give them almost mid-control for free here. Able to peek off of it. Cadian's having a look in.
This is brave.
Very brave.
But look at the luxury of peeking it. Did he clear it? He is now. So get ready, Tessus, and Refresh.
There's still always the chance of the
smoke and incendiary, dude. He's got both. Refresh can lock him out of the site.
25 seconds. Now's the time.
If he hears steps, it's a big gap. 19, dude. He's so patient. Molly's the pull. Into the site. Tessus can do the rest. He's a bit messy on the spray. Refresh lives on just about. Provides one. Cirque down. The rest are on scraps of health. And there's a 7th for Heroic. Okay, time not their friend there.
Yeah, you could see just that clear from Cadian. It looks so risky from our POV, and I think even from his, but knowing he has to get some information with that massive void of CT spawn. I think if you consider it what Cadian's thinking in that moment, if they have slipped the net to CT and he peeks and clears top mid and there's pressure B, he can at least flank the B defenders to maybe help, at least the banana players, sorry, to at least help and alleviate a bit of pressure like we see here. So the decision making, it makes sense in the scheme of things. And the final round of play here for the first half, it's been scrapped together from EG. Bit of a menagerie of the buy, a couple Galils, Deagle, Mac 10, Tech 9, Light Util again. But they've kept Heroic very honest in this one.
Getting walked on here, Shush. Taxi and Anti, they're about to explode. Shush does not get a thing. Shot in the back of the head, and Refresh also burning. EG can win this T-half, and they've taken leaps in that direction already. Full pit control. Miyu even has the boiler fight. Oh. Can't believe Refresh hasn't been found. Breeze on the hunt.
Could be a few here for Breeze.
5 still alive for EG, and the rest are just falling by the wayside. There's a couple more to find. Tessa's in the apps, the only man left. EG to take the T-half, 8-7. As the bullets come through, Evil Geniuses. Not a fluke after all, perhaps, as Heroic, one of the big dogs in the bracket, are sweating under the thumb. We'll be back to see how the second half shapes up.
Just hung up, say you wanna wait. You, yeah. You, yeah. I've been patient with you, if I gotta say, yeah. You, yeah. You. No, I don't mean to stress you, but you ain't even guessing that lately it ain't been the same. All of this test relation. Make sure you straight, you out me. Just need a night, yeah. We could hop in the cool, hit the highway. Cool, we could ride away. Down, skirt, catch a fire with you. We could hop in the cool.
got a real spicy one for you here. It's Heroic, current kings of Denmark, up against EG, which is the walking wounded of North America. The wound, of course, more the region than necessarily EG. It seems they've come to play today, and certainly here all through European soil on IEM Summer. They've taken a big scalp already. Now we'll see if they can do it in a best-of-3 environment. Spirit's one thing, Heroic is another. And this is the second half of our first map. 1xBet still has firm belief in Heroic. One can't fault them for that, but let's see how the pistol starts. EG did find their first pistol. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2.
Well, this is aggressive stuff. Straight down mid, barreling on down. They've hit that shift key, and Shush is dead.
Ooh, Obo and Mihu. Sharp tools in the EG shed. It's down. Fingers the shape of an L on his forehead. It's only 2. They're hanging out towards spawn. Nothing for them to do. It's like they're starting the round 2v5.
Oh, they've come on in. They've cleared it all out, and now we've all just they're back in spawn, 3 of them. If we're going to be real about this one. All right, now it's just a 5-on-2. Let's reset. Sure.
Obo, like his time to kill. I'm probably exaggerating, but when you watch it from, we've seen him kill a couple of people, and damn, my God, I mean, yeah, bang. Exactly.
Well, that's what we talk about, right? With the reaction speeds of some of the older statesmen heading on down. But the decision-making in Counter-Strike is just as important here. So let's see, what can 2 do against 5? Smokes him towards the site. Stand ready and raring with that flash, perfectly timed.
Yeah, lovely find. Obo will make it
Flawless.
3. Here we go.
2 of the members right there. I'm not quite sure with Mihu's exactly. I might have to have a quick little changeover, see if I can get there before he buys Mihu.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. Well, they had all their armor left, right? So they get that little upgrade. Oh,
it was like 12,
you were damning.
12-4 or 12-5, right? And it's now 13-12. So Complexity have really come back on their T side.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy
happening over
see.
on the B stream. If you do fancy to see it, just go ahead and add a B, CSGO, ESL_CSGO B, CSGOB.
Okay, well, force buy here from Heroic. Cadian's gone with head armor, a Glock, and some utils. So he's hoping he can pick up a rifle or one of his teammates upgraded pistols. And through the smoke, they're getting ready to grow. Molly's fading. Obo's in the open, and he's already taken down. Huge from Tessus.
He's got another potentially.
Oh!
Yes, he does. Tessus happens. Double smoke on CT. They're flustered because they know they've got to hurry up into the site. The full mag sprays down already, catches one as he jumps up. Doesn't need to reload as he continues to put every bullet he can into the smoke. And Heroic have made this conservative second round force work again.
All right, just to note, Stown has already pushed all the way down towards T stairs, so might be dealing with a bit of a chase here early. There's no problems if EG hold on to these guns, really. You're expecting a force buy back in the next round regardless, but I suppose if you can remove the FAMASs, remove the armor, things going to be looking pretty good. Bomb now, well and truly halfway ticks down. Floating here, might be able to catch Cirque. It's all going to come down to the timing. About 5 seconds left on that bomb. Bomb's about to explode. Stown's about to start running. Going to use the bomb to help mask his footsteps around the corner. Needs to clear the hard left. Cirque is not... Oh, he survived.
He did. Oh. He had 3 HP, I think, as the last frame came in. But that's a relief.
Lucky,
I mean, as
yeah.
you highlighted, Chad, you made it abundantly clear. That really would have hindered their entire rebuy. Look at that first. The second, equally as spectacular. Even turned the flash. He's quick. Very quick.
Poof, and he's gone. All right, well, great round right there. And you can see Cadian getting fired up. Well, the bounce back, it's in play. EG fully investing whatever they can. Trying to keep this one, at least with the 1 round buffer, trying to make it 2.
Refresh bit miffed it himself, reading his team's flash. Probably heard it. Didn't react to it.
If Heroic now stay in this default spread, posture across the map like we know they can, they don't actually have to wait out too many more smokes. Mihu and Obo, the only ones with those $300 walls left to erect. There is a kit on Stan, flashes as well to help jostle for position, but no Heroic's utility. Obviously they're coming in off the back of that force buy, but they've got all their nades, and now they start to apply them, looking for a little bit of mid control. Shush, Tessus, and Cadian leap on through. Have mid wall now under their remit. More utility being lobbed on out from EG, trying to deal with this. They're completely in the dark right here. No info banana, very limited info top mid.
They're up. Cirque. Chance, perfect find. There's more. 2 frags out of the FAMAS. Breeze can do the rest. Damage into both of them. They've just got nothing left. Breeze. Exactly what an EG needed. There's not much for Refresh to say or do about this. He's made an awful lot of noise. He'll drop the smoke library side.
Stan's the problem, isn't he?
And Refresh not clearing it from Graveyard. There's a clear, there's a trade, a bomb plants something. He's opted to fake. And actually catches Breeze on the smoke spray. Now the bomb plant gift is given, regardless of if he can pull this off.
This would be some clutch. There's even a nade right now for Obo.
Yeah, it was about timing from EG, right? They have to be taking contact at the same time. It's impossible. It's impossible to do anything else. So Obo loud. He knows where they're coming from. Stan lingers on the smoke.
Gonna fade in a second.
Starts to fade. Obo gives him the contact, but reacts in time.
Okay. Back and forth we go here. The Force by Wars have definitely been a point of conversation today.
It felt, yeah, very reminiscent of how we've seen Inferno halves start. Now this Force by Wars will wage on.
Oof. Okay, so the plant is great. You can see here Cadian with 5k to his name. Curious to see if he wants to go for one of those Cadian hero orbs. I think the AK with the armor and util behind it might give them a few more options here. They're dropping AKs across, and here you can see on the B stream getting closer and closer. 13-14 in favor of FPX CT side. Looking like a big performance out of Rush here. 20 kills to his name. Other side of things, you did have Madden popping off earlier, but here we go again. And the Force Buys are back out, so they've managed to make 2 AKs, 2 Deagles, and a Galil.
Functional.
Yeah, they can definitely work with this, but Breeze is aggressive again.
Wow, that's a big commitment. He used 25 bullets on that spray, straight down towards second mid, and Tessis has completely filled the void. Breeze has only just vacated the apps, and Tessis is out. He's up. This is ambitious. Oh, Tessis is robotic in his clears, darting his crosshair between all the potentials, and he's found another way in. The only AK in play alongside Cadian, and now spotting out another stunning headshot. He's doing it on his own. Stan has to react, has to acknowledge finally. An untraded frag. I spoke too soon. Refresh on the bulk. They've opened up A for business, and the rest, Mihu and Obo, just having a mother's meeting on B.
Yeah, it might just be the save call for them immediately here. Too much to give away again, and if they do hold on to these, we will see the Force by Wars continue for another round further. Heroic make sure they stay within that 1 round buffer and immediately respond. It's crazy to see how these teams are making these low-buy situations work right now, right? Like, when this new economy change came in, I wasn't in love with it because I thought winning the pistol round, you know, you deserved a bit more. But the thing is, these still are hard rounds to win. If you're an average team, you're not going to convert a force buy. You have to be so particular. And what it's actually done is it's created a new skill set. Right? It means that you need to understand who needs to be dropped what do we have to work with. It's actually forced the teams to have more teamwork, right? It's gone the other way.
You're getting executed on just for the honor of saving your AK. Mihu lost a lot of health on that. He's being sprayed. Obo's in a lot of trouble. You lose one of the rifles. Just Mihu's AK will be preserved.
Okay. Well, Mihu has a Deagle on his side as well.
Look, you can see he's gone pit, bike, bulk, bench, never mind, and he clears 2. Never mind the second. Re-peeking into Cirque.
Didn't notice he was on 18 kills, really. We all know he had that massive round on that B bomb site earlier, but chugging along here nicely. And yeah, here we go again. The Force by Wars are going to continue. Mihu not heavily investing into U-Heal. U-Heal?
U-Heal.
Mihu, U-Heal. Ha 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 ha. U-Tilt. As the chicken runs to its demise. What do you think about the new chickens?
I think
there was a much-needed update, wasn't
it? You know, just in terms of like my mother, she's no longer going to laugh at our chickens. I think that's important.
Sure. Now we just laugh at the pixelated candles on Ancient.
Jesus.
This could be insane, actually. They're not going to clear for another here.
If they all walk past him, I'll give you some brownie points. The chances are Heroic, the ever diligent.
They're not going to clear. I'm almost positive.
Especially with the frag already onto that boiler player, they're just going to operate under the assumption it's clear. So Mihu has not only the AK, but a position that's going to go unchecked.
This is nuts. This could be huge.
Just as he looks away, the worst case scenario for him, Mihu does just go 1 for 1. It may not be enough. Stan CZ is, go on, got refresh. No, he can't. And he was flanked as well. All the same, Heroic have managed to pull the equalizer out. And definitely triumphant in their victory there as they're the first to string two together here on our second half.
Yeah, good stuff here. Means that Heroic will or should now take the lead. 11 looking very likely. EG will have to just take a light investment into pistols here. The loss bonus in the next round.
Oh, if you're Mihu, you're Mihu, like it's a 50-50 decision, right? Whether you take that engagement, the timing, just as Shush had slipped around the corner.
It's the same kind of thing as when Plopsky did that clear onto Crims when we were watching Inferno just before with Fnatic. Like, just the fact that they've stayed so stoic in that position. Oh, mid, heavily occupied, Katie, and he's taken down the first, leading by example. 2 to deal with him. Boiler, lazy clear, but can't quite recover. Tassus is there with the spam and even finds Mihu some damage through the smoke. Tassus is just looking robotic right now.
Doesn't he? I think it's part of his charm.
Look, that one he has on Mirage, the spray transfers that all coming through connected, that one is saucy as hell. This is like we've seen the full evolution of Heroic, right? We covered them obviously a lot last year. We've gone through these roster changes with them, and Tassus is a bit of a force to be reckoned with here. I love the way that Shush has kind of filled the void in the team of being that anchor. You know, we always say he's good for 1, good for 2. Stown is a very flexible player. Cadian embodies a leader, I think, you know. And you heard from Tassus earlier when he had that interview with Anders talking about how they actually enjoy spending time with each other. So that's another little positive for the team.
It's a perk. I definitely got one that's been discussed as to, you know, it's whether or not it's compulsory. And I think the jury is out on that one. Most people would acknowledge that you can separate. But certainly a nice bonus to have if everyone is willing to listen. And as he said, react to feedback and criticism.
Look at how they're playing this post-plant situation. 2 tucked in towards the bike in pit. They're just really locking this one down. Not giving away anything here. Circle find himself the Mac 10, but that's the worst of the lot. And, well, now that he's been spotted, hoping to do some damage to try and...
He'd have loved to be able to close the gap a little more.
Cheeky little grin there from Cirque. And there you go. Bomb goes off. And, oh, my lord, they're going to overtime. It looks like Poison just won a 1-on-3.
Well... As he adjusts himself in his chair, FPX and Complexity still undecided on Inferno. We're heading up that way as well. This is EG's pick. Nuke up next from the Heroic boys. We'll see this anti-eco 3K from Tassus, or was he 4? Nice 3. Now, we're heading into round 22. Not a kit in sight. Bare bones, prioritizing that util. Stan times his nade well. To refresh, the catches the brunt of it, but Caden's very early on his apps walk here with that sniper rifle. Stan has ducked under the balcony, but Breeze's transition into the site could be posted up here. Could be very vulnerable if he's not careful. Oh, perfect. Stan's the one to spot them first. Refresh was trying to take that fight. Full cancel will have to be called. It's down in the meantime, comming a lot.
That move right there, very similar to, say, the Mirage Palace pick towards window. Oh dear, and Stout's gone down to Oboe, so the early look-ins here for Heroic have just been denied. Have to regroup and recoup here. Really not working with a lot. There is enough for a B exec. We can see the 2 smokes, able to smoke off spawn and coffins. The mollies, if they want to go for new box. Maybe the orange is close. And a flash to hopefully blind the opponents on this B bomb site. Mihu and Oboe, 2 of the hardest hitters, ready and raring to go. This one's looking good for EG.
Oboe's ready for this. Kept at bay by the flames, and here's the commit. He turns, and Tassus is the one to return fire first. Mihu can get it all done, and he has. Look at that, clean as you like. 3. EG back on the board from their CTs. That's their 3rd defensive round, and it's Mihu to thank for it. They did not rotate. That was the B defense, and Mihu does it all.
Beautiful stuff there. The fact Tassus even gets Oboe right, you see how the flashes are coming in. It was a little bit unlucky. Oboe goes down without a frag, but mopped on up and carrying forward yet another round here. Tied up 11-11, 3-man B lean out the gates early. Cirque going for the run boost. Oof.
Damn, that was smooth. Mihu wants fights, and he's got one. Stan gets the flash to assist. Oboe's the one with the 2nd frag. Banana has been won by EG.
They're doing great on these openings, aren't they? Really taking the fight to Heroic here and keeping them honest, not allowing them to have map control for free.
It's exactly what you want to see. North American fans on the edge of their seat, as it looks like perhaps they can start dusting off that EG jersey. If you've ever taken it off, that is. Zerk. Making sure this one doesn't fall apart, and it certainly doesn't. Quick wrap up. EG maintain the lead. I mean, we were anticipating to see a bit of damage out of Heroic after the 3 consecutive. EG have responded in kind, 2 of their own.
I think in a way, by playing the faster CS, I mentioned before that I think that Stan does his best in-game leading when the T-side's a bit quicker, and a bit more pacey, right? Or he's able to play momentum of the game. I think you can use that, and you can talk about EG in terms of just their heads-up Counter-Strike potential. And what I mean with that is, if you're going to run at them and take fights, they're just as good, right? You've got these players in the team who are mechanically very gifted. We might have to see a bit of a CIS approach come out from Heroic here. Allow the grenades, be a bit more fakey, be a bit more patient. But they have opted for the AK on Tessus, and he's been hitting some bangers. 22 kills to him now, and the rest of Heroic are operating with Glocks. A P250 for Stan with a few flashes, but this one really does completely rely on Tessus and cracking a kill with his AK-47. Left up to his own devices here. Hard fight against Zerk, but has been gifted a bit of control. Zerk swinging into this.
Oh man, Tessus catches an AWP bullet through the side of Boiler, and they do start to advance. Breeze is going to hear all of this and challenge that perfect find. Of course, the first he finds is the armored AK. Everyone else unequipped. He doesn't have the bullets for this. He does go down. Was that burst fire? I'm not sure.
You don't see it often, but it's good when it hits.
Yeah, and when your opponent's running out of ammo. Oh, Oboe should finish this one off. They have managed to get 2 weapons. I assume that's going to be short-lived.
We're at 35 seconds now, so Heroic's hand will be forced here. Have to head over towards this A site. I'd be surprised if they get anything out of this.
Zerk's not looking. Not looking at all, and there's no support. I think Stan was responsible. Fortunately, Oboe's got it on lock. EG 13. 3 rounds away from taking their map pick. Now, that would certainly add some interest to our second fixture today.
For sure. This bloodbath was what was to be expected here. You can see the reaction there. We've spoken about this before in the past with games. Heroic identify where the AWP is, knowing that it is usually best played over towards Arch, try and capitalize on that gap, but Breeze is there to mop things up, and here we go again. It looks like Shush will be taking the Deagle, so Tessus has been gifted an AK in this one to continue to try and find some form and frag. Zerk, run boost again, overshot the mark on that one, but still able to stay aggressive. Spots a leg, smoked off, Ollie in exchange, and doesn't look like Heroic are taking too much pace out of this one. They haven't run into the brick wall of the banana aggression here, and they're looking set and ready to collapse on this top mid.
Util rains out. Heroic don't have much more in reserve. This is going to have to be something of a full commitment, and Zerk flashed off the line. May not be able to retreat. They hunt, but Breeze does too. Stan kept honest. Just the one from him onto Breeze. Circle strafe was great. It's audible, and Stan holding a perfect line to challenge. He gets 2 for his money. Zerk not falling to the jiggles of Stan and punishes it perfectly. Can't get the barrel into the belly in time. And now Refresh gets to play his own game. Now bomb to be retrieved. He's managed to do that.
Oh, spotted surely.
Zips away. Wants to catch one on the repeat through the flames. It's Mihu who prevails. EG locking him down, and Heroic looking a little lost at this point in time. You could see they were trying to turn up the pace a little bit.
Where's this EG been?
In North America.
Yeah.
Looking for scrims. Scrimming mixes.
Just having a queue in the pug systems, playing against the Randys. All right.
Grinding for global.
Okay, this is looking tidy over there on the B stream as well. You can see overtime underway.
The full AWP banana flank. Yo. Looks like it's getting very fruity over there.
I think that was 36 on Madden just then, so still continuing to put damage down range. Config left in a 1-on-4. I don't know, this T side from Heroic, it been left wanting, right? Now that the guns are out for EG, they have been looking like the more solid squad here.
This would be a very perfect moment now to just have a clean, perfect round. If you're EG, Heroic have to come to you. Whatever Cadian may have said, you're not going to be seeing any run boosting on Cirque. You don't want to be falling to any of those 1 Deegs. Everyone's a gamer now when it comes to the Armored Deagles. Don't want to take your chances. I say that as Obo looks to take a chance, I think. Or at least giving the sound impression that he was ready to fight. It does pull util out of Cadian.
This would be a very heroic round to win, mind you. They're getting the control of the map here with the pistols, right? So EG respecting what they're up against, knowing they can't give away a single frag in a moment like this. Jump again, Cirque dares you. The fact he's given you 2 there. Pivoting back, info's good.
Tessus is going to jump the corner, and this time Cirque prevails. He's good. Very good. Cirque still lives on. Stan, it's a bit of a messy spray, but he does tame it just in time for 2. Cirque on long. Shush to plan. Cadian sets up in pit. Only a Deagle. Now an M4 and a fresh magazine as well. Shouldn't be much more. If they re-smoke alongside, that is going to really keep them at bay.
It's just flashes for the retake as well. There is a chance here.
It stands double, starting things off so cleanly. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. A deep clear of middle from Cirque. Mihu even opting for the apartment, so they will know they're on site.
We're halfway tick now.
Cadian's M4 could be the difference maker. If Shush could just draw attention sight, that would be perfect. If the first contact Shush, which it is, all eyes on him. Cadian could try and strike. It's messy. And Mihu finishes things off just in the nick of time on that defuse. My God, they were really running it fine.
Bloody close.
FPX with a map point on their Inferno as well. This is their pick and could take complexity down to that lower bracket 0-1 category going into their map pick. Elsewhere, though, here in the uppers, see this one again. Stan finding 2. You thought that would be enough, but Shush and Cadian at least keeping it competitive for a moment.
Yeah, you consider where the plant was too, right? Like, they had to, they're thinking for future rounds, they needed that plant. But let's go. Round number 27, AWP out for Cadian. Heroic being kept very, very quiet. 5 on the trot, 6 needed here for EG to close in a commanding fashion, and things have been looking good. Stan topping the charts, more banana aggression here. Bullets down in exchange, a little bit of utility damage, and oh, Stan's even found refresh on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that was actually the double amps aggression from the CTs. Look at the liberties Stan just took.
It's getting desperate now.
Yeah. He wants to catch Mihu with a smoke in his hand, but instead it's dropped. Tessus is up to some hijinks as well, dude. You seeing what I'm seeing? He's just standing in the middle of the smoke, and as it fades, he slips the net. Oh, a warning shot across the bow onto Breeze, but at least the A players are going to be a little uncomfortable.
2 of them are in limbo towards Arch side, though, so B can be fortified very, very quickly. Tessus without a kill. The pressure was great, but now clawing back some real estate, REG, they're going to know what's coming. They're going to know that B's about to be hit. That Molly's going to buy plenty of time here. This is all in for Heroic.
Yeah, they just smoke CT as well. Breeze will be there in time. They're yet to advance. Even setting up boosts. That's hectic. Getting it set just before the hit comes in. Cadian looking to contact him with the AWP. That could favor him. Bang. And Mihu's gone. Nubox a threat. Find him as well. Only 1 on Breeze. Heroic have broken through.
Brute force. Okay, bomb's going to go down. It looks like EG are already conceding, but right now the game can change. They can play for exit kills here. You can see a little bit of residual cash. They don't want to get stuck in too far, and even still Stan is thinking it's not even worth it. 1 more round is all that is required. Heroic will get up to 12, and you can see FPX have done it flawless in OT here. 19 to 15 over there on that B stream. So now you can all draw your attention here, because we could be heading for overtime as well. 3 more required for Heroic, and the fact that they did that, I thought the economy of utility there used late by EG was perfect. It bought plenty of time for that rotation. It stalled it out. Do you think they heard on the boost? Because Cadian going straight in scope for that boost, it must have known something was up.
Yeah, I mean, a premonition could have been a sound cue. It was very late. You don't often hear the sound cue of someone jumping on someone's head at that point, so could have stuck out.
Not going to be easy.
So it was an 8-7 half. We're currently sitting at 7-5 in response.
Could have easily just been part of his protocol there either way. Really good stuff for Heroic there.
And we go again.
Full buys, both teams. Only thing missing is a Molotov for Stan.
They want to contest. They want to contest deep smoke, deepest incendiary, and pushing up no less. So Mihu, tucked in deep on Banana. Obo in the off angle, ready to swing should he desire. Looks like he's thought better of it after throwing out a deep nade of his own. Some damage onto Obo as well in Heroic's response. They're actually still lingering all on that T ramp. Just refresh housing the apps push. Tess is ensuring no funny business mid.
They're getting Banana back for relative free, and if you take a look at top mid as well, that's empty. So if they set up for another B execute right here, it will be a 2-on-4. Refreshes over towards Boiler, just dealing with any cheeky business towards top mid, but they're actually bailing on out. Cirque is in limbo right now, playing between Library and that B-bomb site. Breeze and Stan almost in a bit of a totem setup over towards this balcony and now creeping into apartments. If nobody comes through and clears, this could be a problem with a flank.
Fresh is there. And he finds Stan. Ready for another. Finding them both.
It's a save call. This is 13, without a doubt.
Fresh just got given them both. I say given. Takes both of them. So ready on such an abstract fight to be taking.
Oh, they're setting up the chase already. See, Cadian's delaying the plant. He's allowing his teammates to get in a position to take away these rifles. Shush and Refresh will be through Banana. Tessus is already close, and Tessus is already taking down Cirque.
Yeah, against the AWPer.
No, but this is huge. The money right now, the loss bonus is only going to be 1,900 in the next round.
They're desperately holding on. Nice from me, who needs another. Can't. Obo's the only one to preserve his rifle, and there's still plenty of time on that bomb. Molotovs, flashes, Heroic are making this one hurt even more. Salt in the wound. As not only do they delay the plant, they take every weapon away from EG.
This is great from Refresh here. And you're right, the readiness for another kill, right? Most players would be lazy on that, just strafe out wide. He's gone for a second little jiggle. Okay, well, we've got a game right now because EG, they have to concede this one. They can't go for an all-in buy. Mihu has enough to invest into a Deagle. Obo's got a bit of utility behind him. They can still try and keep this one, let's say, a little bit saucy. We've seen a P250, a CZ board up late, so it's not going to be a walk in the park for Heroic, but they put themselves in a power position to play for 15 here. As long as they don't fumble, as long as they don't trip over their own shoelaces right here, we have all 5 members of EG over towards this A bomb site, 4 of which top mid. Obo rotating in now. We'll be having to deal with apartments. Footsteps will be heard here. Tessus is going to hear a bit of the RG barge top mid, and Stown, he's on a fact-finding mission of his own. Rotation coming back over. They're not going through Speedway, so Stown's not going to hear any of this, but is clearing and finding no resistance. Heroic will get in. And there's no flash to facilitate this, but EG actually have all 5 members towards B before Heroic do.
You're right, and they're already walking through coffins. Stown can mantle up on that for surprise attack. Oh my god, so many targets. And Mihu with 2 on his Desert Eagle. He will not be finding another, but at least keeping him honest.
He needs help.
He does, and his Deagle has not found the target. Now Tessus alone on the side. The rotate from Refresh is the flash. Peeks off of it, no. And the low HP player is Breeze. That's not ideal. Obo's actually recovered an AWP to try and defend this.
Oh, they're saving it.
Wow, not bad.
That's great for them.
Not bad at all. It kind of recovers from the hunt of the previous. I say that. Breeze will not escape, but well played to Obo for making something out of that.
Really big fine for Cirque here. He's just going to find himself in a bit of a dream scenario. Check this out. You're going to see Cirque's money goes up to 5.8, but with that orb dropped across, he's going to have absolutely everything now. Otherwise, there might have been a few compromises. Cirque might even want to drop a rifle here to help stand out with util. So for EG, this is the best out of a bad situation. Sure, it would have been great if they could have saved another rifle, but they kept it competitive and they kept the pressure on, because at this moment, Cadian was the only player on that B bomb site. Tessus was still rotating back on in. Great molly.
Look at that. Yeah, it comes from the sky.
Okay, here we go. This is for all the marbles right here.
They've got everything they could desire. Cirque jumps across. Nothing to report. An early pressure for this banana battle. Strap in, folks. It's about to get bumpy. Down, shush. A little bit of shrapnel. 2 HEs weathered. Careful now.
Friendly fire would be the worst thing in a moment like this.
They want a boost? Or at least it's a possibility.
Breeze is very passive on that arch side right now, so he will be able to rotate on over quite quickly. You can see he's basically cheating by staying in this highway position. The B defenders, 2 smokes and a flash remaining. And that scope will be heard, so the pressure top banana is being felt. One of the 2 smokes has now hit the deck. Breeze doesn't have a flash to help them on out on this rotation either. It will just be bullets through the smoke if we do finish on B. 50 seconds now.
They're going to throw 2 smokes. Did they commit to this? Obo's dropped his in return.
They have to.
Here they come. Obo spraying his mag. It's going to be into the site. It's Tessus with 1.
It's going to come down to the retake.
And they've lost the site completely. Bomb to be escorted in. Breezy to contest. Through the boost. Quick reaction and a great spray. Gets away. They want the bomb down before the smokes fade. It's just in, just as Vision's about to restore. 1 from Banana for the afterplant, 2 defending from site. EG can close it right here with a man advantage on this retake. Oh, Cadian forced out of position. Nades are hurting, but Heroic can take us to OT. Will they? Refresh with 1. Coming in now from Profits. A spray connects. Everything connects. Now just Cirque. 2 to find. Time sensitive. The M4 was perfect. Cadian's better. And we go to OT. EG so close, yet so far.
He's going for the big gun. I'm going to go for this guy, okay? This could be a big goom. It's not a goom, it's not a goom. One more. Okay. He's inside. Oh, he's outside? He's inside? He's outside? Okay, I'm going for some no-scopes.
Okay, see you there.
360s.
Nice.
One fella here looking at you directly. I'm going. Does that count? Okay, I just got pinged like crazy. Oh my god, here.
I will never let you down, Rushley. Behind the fence line,
Okay, I'm going. I might be able to scrape around the back of it. Oh, he's moving back towards the gates of hell.
Bush.
Try and get out of it.
I'm stuck.
You got more to put on?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you when. Oh my god, 2 of them. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Alright, now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Teammate here on that thing, kind of far. I'm just gonna go. One left, apparently.
All right, MR3. It is first to 4, 16K. And we start all the way back at 0. Yes, 15-15, overtime secured as Refresh found the final frags necessary right down to the wire. EG so close to finishing this in regulation, which is, of course, an impressive feat against the very, very topical and flavor of the month, Heroic. So you can see lots of investments made. We are going to be seeing at least one AWP on either squad, given that gift of 16,000. Max money for everyone to play with, all the toys. Previously, EG very impressive in their banana fights. Look how difficult this is for Stown. He still survives. Somehow, between the flames and nades, Stown gets the first frag. Dude, watching that from his POV, I'm so overwhelmed of how many things he has to be aware of. Never mind shoot back.
He didn't panic at all. That is a marvelous play there from Stown and setting them up with a 4-on-5 almost out the gates. Everybody from Heroic now congregating top middle.
Just standing in that limbo. Everyone's trying it. Stown's getting away with it.
That's crazy to pip the gap in that kind of environment. First round of OT, you've just made a heroic comeback, and Cirque flashed on up, takes down Tessus. This is forcing their hand towards B, but there's two players here, Mihu and Breeze.
They've juggled the weapons. Low H on P on Stown means he'll finish last. And look at Mihu, re-aggress. Perfect timing on the flash. He collects the double and retreats scot-free. Bingo was his name. Ocadians coming in regardless, though. There's another Mihu 3 in this round, coming into overtime hot as hell. And Stown, though he did start strong, unfortunately, it's going to finish weak. Knife in his hands. Mihu pulls up his socks. 26 total as well for him after the first round of OT. Top of the scoreboard in the server, matching Tessus, who's had quite the haul as well.
Yeah, good stuff to see here. And this is the opening, right? You can see the molly. There's definitely one behind Stown in all of these moments. So this is the second wave of util, right? You can see more Molotovs on the ground. Dude. Has nowhere to go, right? It can't go, like, it has to go through it, basically.
And has the time to check where the molly's landed so he can know where to plant his feet while still being ready for the duel and the swing through the flames, which I can't see a thing through. Which shader? Is it shaders?
Ah, yeah, it's one of those settings, right? It depends on like your res.
I always tell myself I'll Google it and get it right.
There's one of the two. There's one that you can see at range, and there's one where it's a little bit closer. So, well, here's another opening from Cirque.
I don't think that's going to stop Heroic, though. They seem to have full mid control and want to use it. Stan's probably waving a big flag. Mihu and Obo are even pushing up. Banana perhaps going to jump for info soon. EG going to be in the right place here, dude.
Oh,
and Cirque is again. 2 from your AWPer already. It may even be more. He knows they can slip. He's checking everything. And look at that. Very brazen from Cirque. Refresh has slipped the net, though.
They need to let Refresh work right now, because if they go back to B, as we can see, there's 2 players at the top of Banana at Sandbag. Refresh will have to clear everything. He'll have to clear everything before they even consider any Banana presence right now. They can get stalled out just by these 2 kills towards the top of Banana.
There's no way Cirque's going to have considered this, or at least he'll have whispered it to them. It's potential.
They're not ready for this at all, Heroic.
Yeah, this is not the angle you're pre-aiming. Shush, hunted down. He's so low. Flames could secure it. Forced back, a molly of their own design, and now Refresh has got to construction. That's enough of a distraction.
There's still time for this.
This could be the double. If he finds 2, call it Heroics. 3 versus 5 as it currently stands, and backs are turned. If he could just find them both, starts the spray, and he's opened up the round completely. Deep smoke perhaps as well. Oh, bother. This is not fun. Cirque straight through. Has to respect it, looking for a boost, calls upon Breeze, trying to work it out, needs to strafe, and now, oh, it's a bit messy. It's a bit messy. 3v5, and already, just like that, with 2 seconds of Refresh holding down Mouse 1, it feels lost for EG.
Question is, where are they going to prioritize this Molotov on Cirque? If he mollies back right of sight into Dark, he can melt away 2 of them here. He's opted for triple box.
CT's re-smoked. They'll have to boost. Shush is pre-aiming that boost. A flash? Yeah, 1. Here we go. Cajun on Banana, he has to react. He knows they're coming through. Shush is already good for 1. They've doubled up. Shush still stands vigilant, and a heroic response immediately into OT.
Oh, that Refresh X Factor. We saw it to get them into overtime, and now we've seen it here to win a must-win round. They needed to get something on their T half, and that was wild. The fact that they pipped the gap, we could see it. It was a conversation, but the fact it actually came true, insane scenes here. Refresh saving the day in a big way.
2 opening frags, dude. Cirque has never been tested like that to the point where he can get 2 on the long and still lose. The 3rd that slipped the net is the be-all and end-all of that round. Down spotted on the cross back from Cirque. And Sark again. He's doing everything he can for EG right now.
He's found Tessus all 3 OT rounds.
Yeah, Tessus has been a non-factor, and that's courtesy of Sark.
Wow, we just saw what happened in just the last round. So what's the trick they've got this time round?
They have the same number advantage that they're used to. Breeze yet to float. What would he be? Is he really going to pull that smoke up now?
I think it's just an explode. Maybe a flash with this smoke paired together.
There they go. Straight off the flash. Forced into oranges. Obo's the first victim. Mihu. He's had multi-kills when threatened before. Is he the best candidate for it? Not Flash. Cadian stands his grounds. Now looks to plant. The numbers still being whittled away at. Heroic are doing it again. A numbers disadvantage. Refresh has slipped to Banana. Cadian tucks in Emo. He's ahead of the smoke. He'll be able to defend Cadian's walk up. Spotted out, sprayed down, stand from Banana. Cadian has to find this now. Tucks in, push, another connects. It's only Stan. Cadian could do it all. Baits the shot with a barrel. Stan just has to hold his nerve and hold his mouse. Shaky hands after that one. Good God. Caden's done it enough, you just start believing when he hits the first.
That looks so good. Lightning fast on the second there, and Stan, the fact that he just didn't keep swinging into that AWP, giving Cadian a luxurious fight, made him work for it.
Like this, when I saw he spotted the Banana player, oh, bother. Nice from Stan though, exactly what he needed to do, just not walk into that line.
You serious? Left.
Yo, you actually nearly fell to the barrel. The barrel baits from Cadian, trying every trick in the book.
Well, Heroic now know what to deal with on their CT side, so let's see what they've learned from regulation. It's been a while since we've seen them on the defense.
Swapping sides, okay. Well, we know the number is 19. Bloody Stan and Tessa's down to 40 and 20.
Refresh almost has to stay at the B bomb site.
Don't know why you say that. I don't think he heard you. Jogging back to Arch for now.
How are you going to defend with 2 players in combined 61 HP? They've already used the majority of their util. It's just a couple of smokes right now. Delay with 1:20 left on the clock. Things are going to become very problematic if EG go back for a B finish. But if we remember what they were doing on their T side, it was that pendulum, banana control, mid control, siphon the utility out of the CTs. It looks like they're getting away with exactly that again. Cadian posted up close mid. They understand they need to keep this mid control because Banana is a no-go zone right now.
Double incendiary from either side of mid. It's pretty good in terms of implying that A is really locked down. And as I say that, Refresh has left the site completely.
Yeah, really hoping to force EG into a B finish here. More nades. They're throwing all this just to dissuade, and maybe they've done enough. 40 seconds left on the clock. Bomb now starting to backpedal through that second mid position.
Oh, it's all mind games at this point, isn't it? Stan has taken that information, or is it misinformation? He's pushed long and called it clear. Slipping behind. It's down. Oh, so blind, just as Mihu makes contact. That's great from EG. Looking like a potential 18th here. Mihu's hunt isn't rewarded. In fact, it's Refresh with 3. The multi-kill master does it again. Stan reveals himself through CT. That will force positions. They need to plant. Cirque has it, but Testis is perfectly there to challenge. They both do. And the round is lost. Heroic equalize. 17. It's a Refresh they can thank for that. How good to have a player who just seems to be so cool and calm under these multi-kill pressures.
That's huge.
He's got so many targets on his screen.
He bailed. He bailed, saved his teammate right there with that first one, right? And then to get 2 more, that's almost a round win in itself. Gets 4 in the round. What an absolute monster this guy is. He's got them to overtime. He secured them the T round. And right now here, he's kicked them off on their CT half on the right foot.
Yeah, and he keeps starting on the right foot as well, Chad. How many times have we seen them find an opener? Let's see. Cirque, T-side AWPing. Trying to bring it into the mix. Cadian on the other receiving end of that after the smoke fades.
Bit of a different look here from EG. Quite aggressive with Mihu and Breeze into the apartments early. How far are they going to take a look here? It is just Refresh and Shush right now. Stowners.
They're coming quick, dude. Like, I'm not sure.
It's an explode. They're just going to waterfall out. Here they come.
Shush isn't ready for this. He's just dropped off in time. Mihu looks the wrong way and the headshot's found. Not an even trade.
Here
Breeze
he is
gets
again.
the double. Refresh can't have more impact. Surely not. Refresh 2. They're in and the bomb's down. Now the rotate's long and that is a gap in the smoke. If they do try and find it, Cirque is awaiting the occupation. Oh, hang on. This is all right. They can walk in on that smoke. They're throwing their own. They're walking in. Nade damage is all right. Bomb still ticking. Winner of this gets map point. And Cirque already connecting. Cadian running out of opportunities now. The no-scope indicative of that. They're just playing it to perfection. The pot shots aren't hitting. He's running out of time. He'd love an extra 10 seconds to work his magic. Stan burning. He does force the fight. Now needs an insta one bang. And he's got it with no time. Cadian, he knew exactly what he had to do. Just made impossible. The decision-making and passive nature of EG's play puts them on map point. Their map. And they can make it so.
Great stuff again from Stan, right? Understanding that he doesn't need to swing immediately. It's all about the clock at that point. He has just played their extra third man in that environment perfectly. And EG, 1 round. They've been here before.
Look at the kill distribution on EG. It's so refreshing to see just 8 kills separating top from bottom.
Good stuff.
Everyone across the board has been putting in their shift. And against Heroic. All right, it's down to contest Banana early, and I don't fancy his chances. Double nade. And Tessus immediately fills the void, but Heroic on such a crucial round now, potentially onto Shush. He's so blind, he doesn't even fire. Accelerating now towards long. Cadian last seen apps. They're wrapping to refresh. He's got nothing to say for it. EG are going to take their map unless Tessus tested. Surg thrives, and they're just going to abandon him. Evil geniuses have done enough. Not only that, but doing it in OT as well. A real brawl with these boys.
I can't believe they've been able to come in here, right? The Spirit win yesterday. Yeah, sure, we said Spirit look out of sorts, but now the fact that they're doing it against Heroic, this kill, that's it. Cirque secures it for EG. What a way to win map number 1. Stick around. We're going to the desk to break everything down, and we're back with map number 2.